Facebook. We are live. I love technology. I love being able to come right to you at your home, your office, your desk, your business, wherever you are. It's Trish Carr with Women's Prosperity Network, and we have another episode of Be Real, Get Real with Women's Prosperity Network, because you know what? We are all doing it every single day. We're on that hamster wheel, doing what we got to do. And in this amazing community of women who come together to be the best that we can be, we have every kind of woman from every part of life. And all of us share similar journeys and struggles. And you know what's so interesting is that when we get to know the person behind the business, it actually makes us want to do more business together, support each other with referrals, and remember each other when it comes time to those services. So it's really about the woman behind the business. And today, the woman behind this business is an incredible woman who can overcome obstacles. I'll tell you what, Margie Dunki-Jacobs has a master's degree in brokenness. Can you all relate to that? Yes. Can I get a hallelujah? We all feel that way. And she has a PhD in overcoming obstacles. So she is your girl. She is a keynote speaker, an author, a coach, a women's retreat leader. And she's actually got a retreat coming up. We'll talk about a little bit. But what she does is she specializes in getting entrepreneurs funded and grown to 6- and 7-figure businesses. So please, let's get a big round of applause. I can hear you out there in video land. Let's hear it for Margie Dunki-Jacobs.
Hi, Trish.
I'm so happy to have you with me today.
Thank you for having me. It's an honor and a privilege to be here.
It is. And I love the whole master's in brokenness. Yes. And the PhD in overcoming obstacles. I bet many of the people who are with us today feel the same way.
Exactly.
Yeah.
I don't think it was what my parents thought when they said, go get your master's degree.
Yeah, no, I don't think so either. They didn't mean a master's in brokenness. But you know what the good news is? There's the other side of that. And your ups and down and your journey has made you the woman that you are today. And what you've been through can make a difference for all of us. So I'm really excited about this conversation because this is something I don't know about you. And it's something we also have in common. So you were working in a full-time salaried position with full benefits, full tuition for your kids, right?
Yes, ma'am.
And that would be the nirvana for most people. I have the greatest job. I'll never forget when I got my big job working at the phone company. I was like, I'm set for life. I got benefits, I got tuition. So Margie, what happened that you left that job and started on the different journey?
Oh, it just took a moment for somebody to sweep through town and in a hotel room tell me that job meant just over broke. And for some reason, I was just vulnerable enough at that moment to believe all the shiny stuff that they were talking and how easy it was and how luxury life would be. And I thought, wow, that sounds amazing. I think I'll do that. And unfortunately, my husband, who's always been so supportive of me, was supportive of me.
Unfortunately.
What? This is the time where you're supposed to put your foot down and say, when those girls graduate from college, when you get through this, when we do this, then you can. But no.
Quit your job. Yeah. Oh my gosh.
So,
I'm sure many of us can relate to being in a big conference room with someone on the stage sharing with us the way we can take the fast way and the fast path to cash.
Yeah.
So what was the vehicle to get you there?
Well, they made it sound very easy that you would just buy real estate and flip it, and you'd make a $30,000 on one property, or you'd make $50,000. And at the time, I was thinking, that's pretty good money. So I could probably just pay for their tuitions. I just go do this. How hard would it be to just flip 5 houses? I'll be the best student. Yeah, there's a little bit more too behind the curtain. Oz did not open the curtain all the way.
Right. Right. There's a lot of money to be made in real estate, but it's just like anything. It takes hard work and it takes a lot of knowledge. So what happened when you quit your job and started to pursue the real estate? How long before you realized, wait a minute?
10 minutes. No.
That's funny.
As I got to my car and cried and said, what have I just done? But here's the thing. Life is once. You need to either grab it and take some risks and fall on your face and figure it out, or grab it and take some risks and then understand the rewards that can come from that. And maybe it's not this big, beautiful package tied up in a bow, but there was a time in my life where I felt really low about myself, my self-esteem, my worth. All of this I've discovered that I was carrying from when I was 10 or 11 years old.
Oh, wow.
So here I was thinking I had all this, and yet I wasn't good enough. Yet I wasn't worthy enough. Why? And so maybe if I did this, other people would see me as more worthy. And that's what I wanted to share today, that was my epiphany when I stopped believing what other people thought about my life. So I went off and did this real estate. I literally was 2 years into it. I had lost everything. Most people don't know that. I'm being super vulnerable. This is the first time I'm really sharing how bad it got. When I was in a grocery store and I went to buy $67 worth of groceries and my credit card didn't work, and the people behind me are like shuffling back and forth on their feet. And I'm like, oh, it just must be another credit card. I'll try this one. I'll try this one. And that moment, I knew I was in trouble. And yet I just bought the cat food with the $6.50 that I had. And I left the store and I said, wow, I got to figure this out. So that's how I got into it.
Wow.
That's when I figured it out. And that's when I knew I got to figure some things out here.
Wow, Margie. I mean, so you're already feeling low. You're already feeling like, what did I do? And now you're at the grocery store and it's just getting bigger and bigger. I can imagine the trauma you were feeling inside.
It was, what gets worse, Trish, is that I don't even think I've told my daughters this to this day. So why not just do it here? But we didn't know how to figure out how to send them back to college. Like, we did not have the funds to let them finish.
Oh, wow.
And August was coming up. And, tuitions are due in August. And I had not yet told them how bad it was, protecting them from our situation. And, I went back. They needed somebody to clean out some offices. Some professors were moving into a new office. Can you come and clean the office? The job pays $200. Yes, I will do it. That might as well have been $200,000 to me. That's how it felt. And, once I did that, they said, by the way, there is an opening here if you'd like to apply. I applied that night and I was employed the following Monday in that job. I signed a piece of paper and my children's tuitions were paid for.
Wow, Margie, that's great. Yeah. Wow.
It was a miracle.
It is a miracle.
It's
so
also
that was the beginning of your comeback.
That was the beginning. It's also people, like people in your life who are kind, who lend you a hand, who give you that hand up, who mentor you. So that I could have done that on my own. I needed someone to help me with that, right? So I did. We came back. We never did tell our daughters. And I'm like I say, here we go.
Well, now they know that you cleaned your way to their tuition.
I did clean
You
my way
did. You
through
cleaned
to
your way to their tuition.
And a
That's
year
amazing.
later, those girls graduated together on my 55th birthday.
Oh gosh, congratulations. What
Yeah.
school did they go to?
University of Vermont.
Ah, nice place to be.
Yes.
Great place. And then, so did you stay doing that, or somehow there was a transition back to what you were doing before?
Right. So I stayed in the university for a while. I mean, my gratitude was, as you can imagine,
Oh,
beyond. Like,
yeah.
tell me what you want me to do. You have me for life. And a few years later, I thought life is a long time. And that person that left to do the real estate still had that calling to do something different that would bring more purpose, more fulfillment, and actually rise people up in life more. And I didn't feel like I felt I could do what I could do in my job that I was in, but I didn't feel that I could do all that I was here to do. So
Mm. So that brings us to breathing forward, right?
that's when I created a company. I called it Breathing Forward because many things happened. Life just seemed to, once the girls graduated and they went off on their own, but many things happened. I lost my mom during that time. She had lived with us for 14 years. Life started
Oh
to happen.
gosh.
My husband had a bout with cancer, and it was all at the same time. And I still had a house that we had paid on that we hadn't sold yet, and it had all of our money tied up in it. So there was so much happening at once. I
Yeah,
felt like I was going to implode. The house then sold, and that is a whole show in and of itself.
of course.
My husband, he got all the treatment for cancer. He's cancer free today.
Yay.
Lived a beautiful life to almost 92. She's so
Oh,
sweet. And, we honored her life. And I, while she was in her final days, I actually had my first retreat on Breathing Forward with 25 women.
wow. Margie, when you talk about everything happening at the same time, it sounds like a common lament. I mean, so many of us, it's like, why can't just one thing hit the fan? Why does it all have to hit the fan at the same time? So I know that we can all relate to that. And it's just breathing, holding your space and getting you through it. And that's what you support people now. So talk to me about your retreat. I want to hear about what you do at the retreats. That sounds so wonderful. Just the word retreat makes me happy.
Okay. I know if you say women and retreat, they're like, where do I sign?
Right.
I'm in. Oh, so my first one was in a conference room. My second one, I moved to the Carolinas after that because I wanted to be warmer. So I moved away from Vermont. I had a retreat at a university here in North Carolina. And now I'm thinking bigger. I have a gorgeous property on the ocean in Connecticut in the first part of September. We're only taking 15 women. And it is about the deeper dive. It's about finding who you are and writing it out and doing the sound healing and connecting with each other and having that sisterhood. And just, it's so powerful. And we haven't even really truly finished the website to do it. But I just put it on my Facebook, and we're just so excited to do this.
On the ocean in Connecticut, you got my attention.
Oh my goodness, this property is amazing. It's been a summer home to a family for years. It's on the end of a peninsula. All the ocean is there, and then the grounds are incredible. 11 bedrooms, 4 wings.
Wow.
We've got the whole place to ourselves, and we are just going to pour into women and have that connection. And it's so, so, so exciting.
I love that. I love that. If you want to know more about it, you can reach Margie at talkwithmargiedunky.com. And you also have something that you like to invite people to get from you for free. So tell us about that.
It just annihilate those limiting beliefs. Annihilate those. Once you can, and that's the free gift for you, because once you figure out how to annihilate all the things that are holding you back, they aren't there. So you then get to create the space to create things like a retreat like this, to coach people, to see things at a different level, to grow your business, to scale something you want to do, to maybe, this is my heart and hope, is to support this community in Uganda with many orphan children, to build a community center for them. And that is my biggest heart and hope, to do 1,100, where 1,000 people give $100 and we build this and make it real.
I love it. I love it. I'm also working with people in Uganda. We should talk about that.
Oh, yes, Trish.
Yes, we also have you're going to build, what are you building?
A community center, so where they can go and have a hot meal.
That's wonderful.
Skills, they can have schooling. Right now it's outside in white plastic chairs. They don't have shoes. They have an outfit maybe. It's tough.
Yeah, it is tough. I'm working with a young man I've been working with for a while. He's 26 now, and he's going to medical school.
Wow.
And he said, I'm on spring break. He said, I'm going home to my village to fix the roof. I need to get enough grass to fix my roof. I'm like, what? He has a thatched roof. Like, we don't think about these kinds of things, but you're right. They're doing school outside. If it's raining, they can't do it. Their roofs are made out of grass, not tin, not brick. So, Margie, thank you for doing what you're doing, because when we make a difference over there, it makes a difference for everyone. You know, people always go, why aren't you working in your own country? Well, I am. But how about all those people that are forgotten? So thank you for being someone who doesn't forget.
Thank you.
Yes.
Human beings have to live with dignity, and providing them some dignity and the way to live is really in service. And I don't do it for any of the kudos or anything like that. That is not why. It's because I know that they appreciate so deeply everything that we do. So
yeah, it's fabulous. Well, Margie, you are a testament to what can happen regardless of hitting the bottom. You bounced back.
Yes.
And that's what it's about. It's all about resilience, woman, and you did it. And you're still doing it. So congratulations on your two amazing daughters. What are they up to now?
Well, they're both conquering the world. One's in Washington, D.C., one's in L.A. She's actually traveling in New Zealand and Australia. I live vicariously through them.
Yeah.
They're in their own careers of what they're doing, and nothing what they went to school for. I mean, I have a dad that said, you will go to school and do this. He was a good dad. He was a really good dad. But I also, whatever you go to school for, it's the experience that you get and the knowledge that you get through that. And then go do what you want to do that you love. So
yeah, absolutely. Margie, thank you so much. You've inspired me today.
Oh, good.
You know, I used to do real estate investing too. That's a whole nother conversation you and I can have. I bought my first house 5 months before the 2008 recession. I bought it. It had $100,000 worth of equity. I had to do a little bit of work on it. By the time I sold it, I made $20,000.
Okay.
Because of the crash in the market. So I totally can relate to where you were in the real estate world. We'll have to have a chat. We'll have to talk.
Thank you for having me, Trish. I really appreciate you.
Margie, what a pleasure to have you. I really appreciate you sharing. And I hope your daughters aren't so surprised when they hear about how you got them paid for their tuition.
They're fine.
They are fine. I love it. I hope you have a fantastic rest of your day. Thank you for being with me, Margie. And thank you to everyone for being here with us and get some inspiration and bounce. We're resilient. We can do it. It's sometimes it's not great, but boy, when we get to the other side of it, it's fantastic and life is good. Thank you, Margie. Thank you, everyone, for being here with us. If you're not yet a member of Women's Prosperity Network, go ahead and become a member for free right now. You can just go to womensprosperityNetwork.com and say free member and come on and join us. First of the month is coming up and we do our coaching, executive coaching and conversations. Come and join us. Thank you, everybody, and thank you, Margie. I hope you all have a wonderful, wonderful day. I'll see you next week on another episode of Be Real, Get Real with Women's Prosperity Network. Bye-bye, everybody.
Bye.